Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is lighting something on fire and inhaling it. It feels like a modern habit. It feels like something invented by gas stations and questionable 1980s advertising. But the truth is much stranger. Your ancestors were doing this 12,000 years before the first pack of cigarettes ever existed. No writing yet, no farming yet, no internet to post about it. Just one person by a fire, one plant, and one extremely human thought. What if I set this on fire and breathed it in? In 2021, archaeologist Darren Duke and his team were digging up an ancient hearth in Utah at a site now called Wishbone. Inside, they found tiny charred seeds, boring-looking things. They turned out to be wild tobacco. No farm, no field, just a group of hunter-gatherers following birds around a lake who apparently found time to throw a little tobacco party without knowing what nicotine even was. Here's the funny part. Tobacco seeds have almost zero nutritional value. They don't fill you up. So why collect them? Probably not for food. Probably for feelings. Someone tried it, felt their head go a little fuzzy, and thought, yeah, doing that again. Nicotine happens to fit perfectly into the same brain receptors you already use for focus and mood. Imagine a locksmith who makes a universal key, just 12,000 years too early. The plant basically copied the key to your own brain. Why smoke it instead of just eating it? Because fire speeds up the chemistry. Eat something and your liver filters it thoroughly before it gets anywhere near your brain. Inhale smoke and it's in your bloodstream within seconds. Your body basically screamed, finally, a fast response. Let's remember this one. Anthropologist Richard Wrangham has spent decades studying how humans tamed fire and argues that cooking food hundreds of thousands of years ago may have shaped the human brain itself. So fire gave you dinner, but apparently it also gave you a shortcut to changing your mood. Efficient multitasking straight out of the Stone Age. And it didn't stop at tobacco. Archaeologists have found traces of burned cannabis, datura, and other psychoactive plants across the ancient world, mostly tied to ritual, not casual smoking on a porch. Later, stone and clay pipes show up, thousands of years old, long before any contact with Europe. Chemical analysis found nicotine residue inside them, so tobacco wasn't invented by 17th century traders. They just repackaged it, put a label on it, and sold it back to you. And here's the twist that should freeze you mid-sip of coffee. The exact same receptors that lit up in a hunter's brain by a lake in Utah light up right now when someone lights a cigarette, hits a vape, or when you open an app and scroll just one more time. I promise. Researchers studying nicotine have shown it activates the same reward pathways you use for food, for your favorite song, for a like on a photo. Your brain doesn't distinguish much between a plant from 12,000 years ago and a notification from 12 seconds ago. Same old hardware, slightly newer software. So your ancestors weren't weak or primitive for lighting something up to change how they felt. They were doing exactly what a curious brain is built to do. Notice something that shifts your mood. Repeat it. Pass it on. Next time you see smoke rising from a fire, or a cigarette, or notice how hard it is to put your phone down, know what you're actually looking at. Not a modern bad habit. A 12,000-year-old conversation between a plant and a nervous system that was ready to listen long before either one had a name. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is lighting something on fire and inhaling it. It doesn't look ancient, but it is.